Okay, I agree. Well, let me call this BOCES board meeting to order. And we need to approve.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve, it says the minutes. Do you approve the agenda first or the minute? I guess minutes from the last meeting.
Well, minutes is the first on.
Yes, on the list. Well, we usually do the agenda first. But
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. I'll do the minutes.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the minutes from our July 15th special meeting and budget hearing. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, now we're to the agenda.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the agenda for tonight's meeting.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the agenda as presented. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Treasurer's report.
Mr. Chairman, I'm not ready. You have in your BOCES fund as of July 31st, 2003, $203,342.48. You can see there your revenue from taxes and your July bills and your July payroll. Your major receipts coming from the county treasurer with a little bit of interest income. And you can see your investments for everything is located at various rates and maturities. We just use YOSTAR at our regular checking account. Do you have any questions regarding your treasurer's report?
Okay, now on my printed report, when you said the fund balance, was it 203,322.48?
Correct.
Okay.
Sorry, did I slur my words? I was waking up from being in a numbers coma here.
I can understand when you see numbers. Okay, any questions for Sally? Okay, next is the bills.
We just have a few bills to approve.
So the June and July, the mill tax,
And it's going to Region 5, that's their share.
that's their share of it. Okay. So it just goes as it comes in as a share. So some-
Correct, yeah.
all right.
We
It's
didn't
one of my
include it.
small, it's not proportioned over the year, it's just.
No, it's just as it comes in, it goes out.
Mr. Chairman, I therefore move that we approve the BOCES bills in a grand total of $1,081.77.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the grand total of approved bills of $1,081.77. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, director's report. Rick.
So thank you guys for being here. Obviously for our last meeting, we got a lot accomplished at the last meeting, which meant that I could get a lot of phone calls and emails and scheduling out. So that's mainly what I had been working on, is getting fall planning going. We hopefully will have the swim lessons as a go. We're just trying to make sure we have scheduling and make sure we can at least get bus transportation from here. And then after we definitely know set dates, then we can go ahead and make sure that it'll be economical for us, because I don't want transportation to hit the board hard. We have cooking classes back up, and well, they've been scheduled, but we're going to start advertising them again and whatnot because of the interest, and that's at PDCC. We're capping the class at 12 total. If we have more people than 12, we'll just run a second session. And Joe Older has assured me that there's time available in order to do that. I have contacted the ladies that wanted to do fly tying, and they're kind of in vacation mode right now, so I'm hoping that we can get things on the docket for starting in September for that, and that will be on Tuesday nights at PDCC. And we have at least 6, possibly 8 sessions, and then it might go into more casting and that type of thing, depending on what people's interest is, or maybe more fly tying. And getting it down for the spring season, we'll just wait and see how that whole entire class goes. So I'm pretty excited about that. We didn't end up doing the science camp. It just didn't end up rolling with Mother Mountain Anglers, which is all right. Maybe we can figure something out in the future. Obviously, school lunch program ended on Thursday, which is exciting and kind of sad at the same time. But that means school started, so it's really good. I have got meetings scheduled to talk with all of the kindergarten readiness individuals, teams, as far as North here in Saratoga and in encampment, essentially within the next couple of weeks. And then with all of the preschool classes, like the directors there, and then after I figure out where everybody is, then we're all gonna get together and we're gonna move out that way, so we can start gating the program so that it's actually more cohesive. So that's kind of exciting. Everybody's really on board because of what we did last year. They're excited, so I'm really excited about that. And from what I've heard from the Medicine kindergarten teacher, she's expecting 3 kids up there next fall, or to come in next year, so that's kind of exciting. So we'll have a preschool kindergarten program up there, which will be kind of nice, maybe get some more folks interested. I'm still waiting and talking to people about the ProStar MOU, trying to get that mainly with Central Wyoming in Riverton, because they've got the better option for the ProStar. But that's also gonna make sure that we can get our backs, our command teachers on board with that and get them certified with the college. Let's see. Moving forward, obviously continue fall programs, get Friday programs up and running, and getting those on the docket. We have a lot of interest in community ed, and I'm still trying to figure out, I spend a lot of time with Jen Bowen in Anna, talking about utilizing her classroom as opposed to the rec center, but I think we're gonna maybe have a class at both places, and so have different content to try to utilize the space and maybe get them involved and then supplement to the whole program, just to utilize.
And what subject would that be?
So we have lots of different options. We're probably gonna go ahead and do canning at the school just because it's a little bit easier and there's a little bit more space. But actually do the northern part of the district cooking class actually at the rec district instead of in the school, which will open up some different options.
They have kitchen facilities at the rec center?
Full commercial kitchen facility, not quite as goofy as PCC, but functional.
Okay.
Something that we can use. But yeah, that's where we're at right now.
Using that, to me, it seems like using that rec center is a good idea. It seems so underused every time I go in there. It's such a shame.
Yeah.
All those nice gyms and the pool and racquetball and I didn't know about those. It's a cool facility.
Yeah, it's an amazing facility, and I'm glad that,
It's hardly ever anybody in there.
well, it's a weird time because like people is super busy. Like I would go up there and hand out lunches, it would be busy from like 10:30 till noon. And you would have, well, it's not packed, but you would watch 10 people leave and it wasn't staffed. So
Right.
I feel like that's
Yeah,
pretty
good
safe.
enough.
Yeah. And I know like they do have odd hours and because of COVID things have changed and they've got standard staff. The facility's there and Viv says, yeah, he's a, I think, give it a shot.
Right.
See how it goes. Yeah, that's what we're up to.
I had a question, follow up on, so last month we voted on helping the funding for the daycare place
Yep.
to maybe get started. What's going with that?
And
Get going?
so, yeah, they are being open the 17th of September. And will be their open date. They've gone through their preliminary skit inspection with DFS. They're starting to do other fundraising within the community. They have matches, so it's you guys' $2,500 actually turned into $5,000, which is kind of awesome because they put their matching people. But yeah, it's a go. So 17th of September, doors open. That's great. Yeah, and from what I hear, they got a very long waiting list. capable of taking 38 kids. And or that's what DFS approved them for. I'm not sure they're going to actually do that, but they said that they've got a lot of people who are interested in the full-time positions and quite a few people who are interested in the part-time positions, which is the big thing so people won't get burnt out.
That's awesome. Yeah, staffing is so hard, so much huge reassuring.
And I guess maybe that's one of the positive things that came out of COVID for this situation. There are people who aren't working who have these skills and have been doing other things, and because there hasn't been an opportunity for this type of setup here, they're like, hey, I would totally be into this. And we've got a lot of people who are retired kindergarten teachers who apparently have been interested, and they're saying, I don't want to work full time, but yeah, I'll teach a preschool class, or yeah, I would love to work 3 days a week, but I don't want to work 5. So I think that's pretty exciting and encouraging. So
Yeah, for a lot of, not just the school district, but other employers.
There's been a big need for a long time.
there is, and I think the crew that's putting it together is pretty excited, and I think it will go. And I'm glad that they've actually got a calendar meeting instead of, we don't know, so the 17th of September, so we have a month from today, essentially.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it. Other than, one more thing, sorry. I don't know if you guys saw the attachment for the BOCES handbook, sorry, it was late, I didn't get it back until the 10th. Her formatter was having issues. When I've gone through it, I have not seen any issues, and there's blanks we have to fill in, when we adopt it and whatnot, which is no big deal. But I think we should sit with it in a moment, obviously, and we can toss it back in email if we want to back and forth, and then go ahead and try to get it approved in our board meeting.
Okay. Yeah, because I'll confess, I didn't have time to look at it. Since.
No, I had promised it to you, and Kathy said, yes, you'll have it, and then her formatter, I don't know what happened, but she said, we can't get it to you, and I said, okay, so.
Is the stuff in the red the changes?
Those are the massive changes, and those are the ones that legally were never there that have to essentially be there.
Okay. So any other changes that might have been made, we'll have to read it to actually see.
Yes, and if you go back to the previous, edits, she's acquisitioned most of the ones we've already talked about. She's made a lot of things a lot more legal towards state statute, which is the phrasing we technically need to have, which is important. But everything is in there as far as MOUs and dual enrollment and situations like that, employment, everybody's at will, things that the board is required about, liability, insurance, all of that stuff that wasn't really in the previous handbook.
Okay. But wasn't there some stuff, I'm trying to think back, I remember which can be slippery slope, about how there wasn't consistency
Yes.
and for teachers to know.
And so essentially with this handbook, if you sign up for a dual or concurrent enrollment class, or you're a counselor or a principal, you will get one of these new handbooks. This handbook technically should go along with every student that signs up with us as a concurrent or dual enrollment. Plus, there is a parent packet, there's a student packet, and then there's just a specific concurrent enrollment information that actually the state has put together that will go out with them. So they get 3 separate handbooks on top of this handbook, and there's papers that legally they should have been signing saying, if you drop out of the class or if you don't turn anything in, technically you should be paying for the class type of situation, and things that walk them through, it's great to say this is an online class, but this does affect your future and your GPA and all of these different things, so that they understand that in the long run, and that your college transcript does follow you to a certain degree, so that was not something that has always been brought to light.
Okay. But all that is in this.
Yes.
I just skimmed it, I haven't had a chance to read it all in detail, but I thought it was really good, the formatting and just the presentation of it was really great.
Thank you.
Makes me so happy.
It's so organized.
All right, so the goal would then be to go through this and try to approve it in 2 months.
Yeah, in October. don't have a meeting this month.
Yeah, 'cause we have a work session.
All right, thank you, Jack.
Okay.
Good job. Okay, let's see where we're at. Nanette, do you have anything to say?
I do not.
Okay,
Thank you for asking though.
you're welcome. Okay, our next regular meeting, October 19th, 2020, at the Hannah Elementary School at 2:45. At least that's where it's scheduled right now, subject to change. But according to our agenda, published agenda, that's where, so we would have to actually publish a change if there is a change.
Yes.
But we have no clue whether there will be a change or not. Way too far ahead to say yes or no. Okay. Well then, with no further business, this meeting's adjourned.
A lot easier when you have another